There are aspects to bulking that I enjoy more, and then there are aspects that I enjoy less. And I mean, the ones that I enjoy are kind of obvious. You get to eat food, you get to lift more weight. However, one thing that I did not expect that is going to happen was that I am going to get friction in my armpit because of the size that I've gained, and that is ultimately going to lead to pain in my armpit. So basically, like, because of the friction and because of doing dumbbell curls, I irritated it, and now it's in pain and it's red, which is weird. Like, how do you even get to the point where you start irritating your armpit to the extent where it becomes red? Very odd experience, and it's actually very uncomfortable. Like, it sounds funny because, like, it's not a trauma, it's not something that you would be worried about normally, but for me it's like actually quite uncomfortable, and it makes everything kind of weird, and it's constantly dry and it's in pain. So it's a very odd experience. And also, this is the first time this has ever happened, and I'm granted also bigger than I normally am, and this is the biggest I've ever been. But yeah, still a very strange experience, and I didn't really expect this to happen. And also, on top of it, it's just weird. Like, now when I'm bulking and when I'm much stronger than I used to be, I'm actually kind of afraid of every single workout. Like, I am always concerned with the idea of snapping my shit off, because I'm also lifting way more weight than I used to. So, like, for me, it's a little bit odd. I'm not used to lifting this much weight, and then I'm not used to, like, fucking having these, like, odd traumas where my fucking armpit hurts. Then also, because of the additional weight that I do on a chest press now, because I do like a 250-pound chest press now, I did something to my trap, to my right trap, and it's kind of like in pain. And now it's kind of okay. I can move my head normally now, but like yesterday and the day before yesterday, I wasn't able to turn my head left normally because like my trap would be in pain and I would be stiff. And that one is kind of a little bit more understandable, because I went from like a 90-pound chest press to like a 250-pound chest press, and just from the like sheer force that you get on your upper back, the traps might get a little bit tense and you might start getting pain, because it's also not like actual legitimate trauma. It's not that I did something to myself, it's just like the muscles are in pain and they're stiff because I'm just not used to lifting this much weight. So yeah, you get a lot of like weird things that you didn't get before, and like also the traumas change as you lift more weight. So it's not necessarily that you are going to traumatize yourself more, but you are going to start having different traumas that you did previously, if that makes sense. So for an example, previously, before I started lifting more weight, I always had something with my knee for some reason, like because I would kind of like irritate it, and I think my posture, my form wasn't all that good, and I would constantly have like this nagging little pain in my knee, and it wasn't bad. I could still do everything. I had like full range of motion and I wasn't limited, but it was odd. But now when I went up to like a 220-pound leg extension, it's not there anymore. The pain is gone. So yeah, it's like the more force you're going to put on your body and the more force you're going to generate, it is going to change. Like, everything is going to change. You're going to become a little bit more dense. You're going to start accumulating different pain that you didn't have before. The things that were bothering you before might go away or might actually get worse. That is also a possibility. So I'm also quite concerned with that. But yeah, basically kind of like the side effect of bulking nowadays is that I'm very careful with the lifts that I do. And I feel like there's like a trickle down effect with this, because the more weight that I lift, the more careful I become with the things that I do, and the more I think about my form. And that ultimately leads me to like just working out in a more proper way, and I'm engaging my muscles more. So generally you're just getting better at lifting as well, which is odd. So bulking also does have that kind of an effect, because like the more weight you're going to lift, the more you're going to pay attention to it, and the more you're actually going to have to properly lift the weight. Because like when it's like smaller amount of weight, you can like bullshit them. Like, you can like just like have weird postures and weird angles in which you lift them and nothing's going to happen because the weight is not that heavy. It's very difficult to hurt yourself with small weights. But then as you start lifting more, it starts feeling the way that it should, and you start actually engaging everything properly the way that you should. So it's a weird experience. It's different. It's not the thing that I'm normally used to, but I'm actually quite happy with it. It actually feels quite good. And generally, just like the feeling of being bigger and being stronger than you used to be, that is a very nice feeling. I'm actually really enjoying that, because like it looks impressive. And even though I'm not going to keep this size forever, because eventually I'm going to have to lean down and I'm going to become smaller, that is also going to look great, because I'm going to have more muscle on me and I'm just going to look more impressive even when I'm going to be lean. But for now, I'm enjoying it. I don't really like the fact that I'm getting fatter, and I don't really like the fact that I'm getting belly fat again. But I mean, that's just like the part of the process, and you can't really avoid these sorts of things. These things are going to be there. But anyway, so far I'm actually having a lot of fun with my bulking, so it is going to be an interesting few months ahead, because I'm going to probably keep on bulking till like November, December, and then afterwards I'm going to start leaning down. So it is going to be quite interesting. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video, and see you guys in the next one.